Today's Toy Spot, we'll be having a look at the Hasbro The Amazing Spider-Man. Today we're having a look at comic series Capture Trap Spider-Man. You can see that the design on this Spider-Man is taken more so from the Ben Reilly costume. I'm trying to think, was that late 90s? Somebody will tell me, I'm sure, down below. Comes with a trap attack. There's a little try me switch right there. Don't worry, Spot will try it more when he gets it out of the package. Package, I gotta say, is awesome. It's just awesome. Between the blue and then we've got this nice picture of the Spider-Man up the top in his movie costume, which I defend as a fantastic costume. I love this costume. I also like the fact that his eyes are more yellow. I don't know, there's something about it I really dig. I can't wait to see this movie. I think it's going to be far better than the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. I'm just throwing it out there. On the back, capture trap villains, as you can see right there. Speaking of villains, some other villains and Spider-Man that you can get down below, none of which have names, but there's some sort of Scuba Spider-Man. Will Spot likely review that? I doubt it. I really doubt it. There's Mountain Climber Spider-Man with his Nike shoes. He's wearing a short sleeve shirt. It's a very warm day out, so. There's also a fantastic Venom. Don't worry, put yourself at ease. I did pick the Venom up. We'll be reviewing that as well. And then there was also a Green Goblin. Now, some of these figures, perhaps all of them, have seen some light of day in the past. I think a lot of these were just repacked figures from the Spider-Man Fiercest Foes. However, before you say anything or type something down below, I don't know. There's probably people that don't type as they're watching the review. I don't know. But I gotta say though, while some of these figures do look like they're repacks of Fiercest Foes figures, there are some figures I just reviewed. I'm sure everybody has seen the review, hopefully, of the Mega Cannon Spider-Man. And let me tell you, I was very pleasantly surprised with what I got out of that figure. By the way, you can also go to theamazingspiderman.com. I'm just also throwing that out there. Oh, and also, as indicated by the good folks at Hasbro, some poses may require additional support. As with some folks out there, I know some folks that need added support, if you know what I'm saying. They're a little portly. I just threw it out there. I didn't really even tiptoe around that one at all, did I? Spot's going to take himself a bit of a break. I'm going to get this out of package, and when we reconvene, we're going to get a better look at Capture Trap Spider-Man. Stay tuned, guys. There's definitely more on the way. And we'll just get it out of the way first. Spider-Man does come with a Capture Trap. I don't know. It clamps onto the figure's arm, which I'll demonstrate in a second. But you'll see that there is this spider emblem, this little spider shape on the top here. You slide it down, and that's what it does. As with the Mega Cannon, I hope you don't get too attached to it. Spot's probably going to bury this. I'm not literally going to bury this, but when I pack it away, I probably will not keep this. I don't know, it's alright. Clearly, this line is intended for children. Spot's not even going to try to convince himself otherwise. It doesn't really open as much as I would hope, but it's not bad. It is what it is. I wonder if this can easily clamp on his arm. Let's have a look, shall we? Because he's got these web shooters on his arms. I don't know how easy it is. Oh, there we go. Yes. Well, it doesn't sit well, but it is on there. See? It is. Yes, you can all say it. It is a little ridiculous. So much so it doesn't really even stay on, but it's there. It's there. Come on. Let's just make light of this Capture Trap. Look at it go! All right, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's not get silly. Let's have a look at the figure. Now again, I don't know. Spot's trying to figure out if this figure has been reused. I'm sure it has from the Fiercest Foes line. Even if it was reused, I gotta say, Hasbro really has stepped up their game. I know they are notorious at times for repacking and repaintings, existing figures, making a little extra this. But I really think they did a bang-up job on these figures. The paint is phenomenal. Let's not even say, like, for relatively clean paint, I don't see a lot of hiccups. I know webbing on Spider-Man usually is always a train wreck waiting to happen. But I gotta just say, the coloring alone, the vibrant blue, blue. It's a color. Spot was just introduced to it as well. That's the color blue. And also this red. Just vibrant colors. Really, really nice colors. Now granted, the Spider-Man is simply a repaint. I'm trying to see, let's zoom in the camera, let's investigate this further. I'm just curious as to whether this... Oh, it is. It is, my friends. I believe. Yeah, they've actually retooled. They've actually textured on that Spider S. That Spider logo. I thought they just painted over top of the webbing, but it's actually textured. Which kind of makes me correct what I was about to say, because if I bring in Mega Cannon Spider-Man from the same line, it looks to be the exact same figure. Now granted, again, yes, they've retooled the chest. The belt area has been changed. But aside from that, it looks like it's the same figure. Oh, and also, look at Spot. He's correcting himself the whole thing. Okay, none of this... Okay, it's a completely different... Just scratch it. Just scratch it. This figure is completely different. Even the face is different as well. You can see the placement on the eyes is a little different as well. Let's just, you know what, disregard that Spot was even talking. Let's just rewind that. This Spider-Man looks to be a brand new sculpt. And I really like it. I really like it. Now, don't kid yourself. Spot still loves the Scarlet Spider costume. I know many people still hate that, but this Ben Reilly costume I think is really, really nice as well. He's got the web shooters now. Totally visible. I also like the kind of fingerless gloves, even though it's just, you can see the red costume underneath, but I love these gloves. I really like that. And he's got a little bit of red going on in the legs there too. Very nice. And just overall, it's a really nice figure. Now, as much as I like the figure, it does have hiccups like the other figure, the Mega Cannon Spider-Man does have. Because while we get a really nice sculpt and we get a really bang-up paint job, unfortunately these Spider-Men don't have super articulation. And by super articulation, the Spider-Man has no waist swivel, he has no ankle articulation, and he also has no swivel in the wrists. Now, of Spider-Man's articulation, he does have a ball-jointed head. He has a pin and socket shoulder, which you can also rotate the arms around. There's a rotation in the upper bicep. You can bend at the elbow. Spider-Man wants to arm wrestle with somebody, he can do that. As for the legs, this is where it gets disappointing. The legs only have a standard swivel. However, you can bend at the knee. You can also rotate, not too much. He is posable, but that will break his leg. But you can, rotate his leg all the way around. And again, nothing in the ankle. Still though, pretty nice figure overall. While I'm not necessarily, let's bring it back, while I'm not really necessarily keen on these, I think for the same thing that most collectors did with the Transformers ones that had all these gimmick things that you could snap on, they probably didn't use any of these with the actual figure. I probably won't display it with the Spider-Man at all. But, you know, it's a gimmick for children. You gotta add something, right? Maybe they should just add imagination. That seems to be what's lacking. Oh, did Spot say that? I take that back. I really shouldn't have said that. I'm sorry. I am really sorry. However, though, overall, I do really like this figure. I think Capture Trap's Spider-Man, although the articulation is a little disappointing, I'm still going to give him a 7.5. Don't overlook it. No. Don't overlook this figure if you see it in stores. What you could always do is if you have a younger brother or nephew, you could say, I'm going to go get this for my nephew or my younger brother, and then totally claim it for yourself. He's not a bad figure, guys. Don't overlook this line. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the Hasbro Amazing Spider-Man Capture Trap Spider-Man. Not a bad figure overall. Thanks for watching, guys. See you guys next time. Whoosh.